Yeah, that those temporary services, I go through them all the time when I do need a job, unless I'm going to work at like that one only gas station chain website that I actually did get a job. But those job places, you know, like tax when you pay 5 cents on a dollar, 6 cents on a dollar, according to your state. Every time a Canadian or Mexican person comes in our country and buys a pop, and they pay tax towards that price, located whatever United States that you're in, that goes to Social Security benefits. Well, that temporary service, when they hire you for that company pays them that they talk to through the websites or the owner corporateship, they get paid a tax, like 5 cents for finding you that job. Well, once you go start the job, every hour that you get paid, you can pay it in the Social Security system or your portfolio. But the temporary service got you the job, and once they get you the job, but within 30 to 90 days, if you're still at that job, the temporary service will tell you, and they discuss it through the big employers. But that temporary service, that as soon as you're there for an hour, for the temporary service that you get that paycheck, you're paying to help potholes, police, hospitals, babies, women and children, keep the planet flowing. Like 5 cents on a dollar every time you buy a soda or whatever, where you're from, like Indianapolis, Indiana is 5 cents per dollar every time you buy a soda per tax, whether it's Snickers, unless it's Snickers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when you go to that temporary service and they give you a morgue job or a McDonald's or hospital because you say that you would love to work in hospitals and you can work dishes and you check mark that box. If you say, I'm only doing factories, then they'll put you in a factory. But every hour that you pay, it picks the potholes, the tax for the public workers like police or hospital or janitor, the people that keep the thing going. But anyway, and then after you're hired in full time, but they'll say, okay, well, we got this job, you want it this week. When you call back with your a receipt that says, okay, I'm being a brown noser because I might not be paying attention. My name is this. When a job, they say, well, we have a factory job that pays this much. A start, on Monday that you're qualified for. That you said that you could bend over because you're a general worker. You get paid this much, or we have a morgue job that's only temporary for a week. If you take this and you'll miss the other one, have to wait 3 weeks, but we're a temporary service. We keep you employed on the name list because you're already a member for the 6 cents that, whatever they find you that job. Unless you beat them up, I'm sorry, but and then they'll say, well, maybe Walmart needs, this, parking lot person clean the parking lot or fix the potholes, and you already checked that, and they'll say it's full. But after 90 days, you're hired in. But they say this place is not hired in, then you're only temporary worker. But then if they say you want, and then you say, well, I want full time, you've been there for a year and a half or 2 years, then you quit that place, then you can go quit, not be a schizophrenic, and brush your head and think of with your roommate or wherever you are. And then if you go back that to service, if you had a good record with them, you'll say, hey, I quit. Well, you have to, after you're hired in, you can't. The temporary service, you start that one job and say, man, I hate this job. Really, but you only have one or two of those accidental, coughs, or you belched or something, or pooped your pants. If you have a good record with that temporary service, you're going to move it to another town. But anyway, you say, I don't like this job once or twice with that temporary service. And there's, then you say, well, and you have to explain to the boss, the temporary service, say, can you find me another job? And they say, well, this is your first or, once or time, thing. We will, but you have to wait till like 3 more weeks or like a week or two when we find you something again. And then you can make a different selection. But once you're hired in 90 days, that temporary service will not take 90 cents out of your prepaid debit card they give you until you're hired in. You know what I'm saying? But once you're hired in, then when you work at that place, then you have to work with them with your portfolio, and however they pay you, your bank account, directing account, a routing number, however they do, and then you have to go to work and stand on your feet like other real people do. That hurts your feet, but it's a job, right? Later. Not Steve Jobs, not Steve Jobs, dude that built the internet. It's not a Warren Buffett concert on your feed. It's eating taco Mexican Canada Benz like are so good, like Our Lady Peace, White Stripes, and Bare Naked Ladies, which I'm getting ready to do because I'm a schizophrenic that gets sound deprecated without a solo out of a peacock animal scream in my family's ear without a decimal a police ticket yet. That says that they were still around, but it carries on in my dog steak, and it wasn't a beef or chicken or whatever. I gotta go.